Are you afraid of a haunted house? This is so funny. Obviously, Halloween's coming up. So every year there's an article that comes up and talks about haunted houses. And we don't get a lot in California. It's mostly on the East Coast. But Lending Tree did a little study to ask potential buyers if they would be okay with haunted houses. So let's go take a quick look at this. Bring this up for you. 30% of Americans would buy a haunted house. So pretty fun to think about, right? 35% of Americans say they'd live in a haunted house, and 50% of them believe their current home has paranormal activity. This is out of 2,000 homeowners in the US. 56 wouldn't buy a haunted house, but 30% would. Those who'd consider it, 59% expect at least 11% discount. 8% said they'd pay a premium for the paranormal. There you go. There's your target demographic. I have a friend who I sold their house and they moved to Austin, and he actually does all the exorcism stuff too. So if you do have a haunted house, let me know. 73% of Americans think that sellers should be legally required to disclose if a home is believed to be haunted. However, 30% admit that they wouldn't disclose it themselves. Here's the thing. You'd want to disclose everything. If you think that it's paranormal, disclose it. 47% say they'd rather live in a haunted house than deal with mold. 41% would prefer hauntings over bad neighbors. I don't know. I think that's more like 89% would prefer hauntings over bad neighbors, although you have a bad roommate, technically, if it's really a ghost. 39% would choose spirits instead of structural issues. So there you go. 30% of Americans would buy a haunted house. Would you buy a haunted house knowing that it's haunted? I don't know. I'd have to look into it. All right. This is 90 days on market, South Sun Court in San Jose, 95138. This is over 90 days on market. I want to point this out. Location is always an issue. This one's listed at 1.3 million. It was listed at 1.35. And it's been on market 97 days. Look at this guy right here. It's right on 101 freeway. And it might be a nice looking house. I sold one of these models earlier this year. Yeah, well, it's nicely updated. How can't beat location. That's one of the things that you just can't get rid of. So garage with a pool table in it. And this is a little patio arboretum, I think they call it. So it's actually closed in. This is a 4-bedroom. The 4th bedroom is actually an office and it doesn't have a closet, but you can convert it into a closet pretty easily. This is a bank-owned property of the week, 3rd Street in San Jose, 95112. Not my listing. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo for $639,000, and it's downtown. This is 87 and 280, so it's south. And I can tell you exactly why it's been on market for 12 days. But here's the kicker: $782 a month. My parents' HOA in a retirement community is $75 a month in Las Vegas, Henderson area, but still, there's got to be some regulation here. And this one is nice and new, updated, but it's new. So I can't get past $782 a month though. And then what is this? Oh, the sold. This is French Court. It took 12 days to sell, listed at 1,498, and it sold for 1,570. Guys, this is how you sell a house. You list it low and get it sold. Bring in the buyers, don't mess around, and get it sold, period. Let's take a look at the snapshot. 40 days on market, 5. 90 days on market, 116. These are single family homes within Santa Clara County. Bank owns around the Bay Area are 76. That hasn't changed. And it's all around California, 293. That still hasn't changed. For sale, our inventory is shrinking. 498 homes for sale right now, and it's still taking longer to sell. Only 60 homes went into contract this last week, and we closed 77. And if you look at the numbers, they're not really crazy here. Things look like they're going down. Santa Clara County, single family homes for sale, 1,060 pending in the last week, meaning they went into contract, was 127, and they closed 153 last week, which is up 20 from last week. So still